Acura's all-new ADX, a compact SUV that isn't just built for one thing, it's precision-crafted for everything. To escape the grind with available all-wheel drive. To go with your flow with available Google built-in.
Hey Google, turn it up.
Okay, turning up the volume. And crafted to be heard with an available Bang & Olufsen premium sound system. The all-new Acura ADX, crafted to match your energy. Acura, precision-crafted performance.
Take your vibes and go, 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 go.
Google is a trademark of Google LLC.
In coaching, the next opportunity can come from the most unexpected place. A sideline handshake, a clinic, hallway, or a call from a friend of a friend. When that moment comes, will you be ready to explain who you are and what you bring to the table? Today on The Next Move, presented by the Coach Portal, we're talking about building your coaching elevator pitch, because when opportunity knocks, you want to be ready. Before we get into today's tip, here's the truth. Opportunities move fast in this profession. If your resume isn't updated or your profile isn't visible to decision makers, you're already behind. That's where Coach Portal comes in. Build your profile, upload your resume, and get seen before the job even opens. Go to CoachPortal.com today and make your next move. Enter the code CCPODCAST to get started with a special offer to our listeners for 6 months free. On today's episode of The Next Move, we're joined by Bryce Lewis. He's the secondary coach at Middle Tennessee State, has a lot of experience in FBS football. He's been at Oklahoma State, Auburn, and Vanderbilt, and has his playing experience at Vanderbilt as well. So, Coach, thanks for taking the time here and sharing some insight into some things we can do to help ourselves in this profession.
I appreciate that, Keith. So, like you said, I'm Bryce Lewis. I'm currently the secondary coach here at Middle Tennessee State University, going into my second season, and I really like to specialize, I believe, in having elite secondary, ball hawks, and most of all, technical proficiency.
So, Coach, today we're talking about something you hear in the business world all the time, your elevator pitch, which simply means when you have the opportunity to talk to somebody, you need to be brief and you need to share some information that they'll recall about you. So maybe down the line when your name comes up, it's like, oh yeah, I've met that guy before. I remember him. And so this is like that first opportunity, but you usually don't have a lot of time with these. So it's about making a great first impression. What are some of the tips you recommend in giving an elevator pitch when that opportunity comes?
Right. So elevator pitch is just like it says, it has to be quick. And I think just over the years of interviewing and talking with coaches, the one thing that stands out is they don't have a lot of time. So like you said earlier, you have to say something or have something that's memorable that'll allow them to go back and, an aha moment to bring your name up, because that's usually how it happens. So in passing at the convention, it's usually a quick hitter. The one thing I would say is a lot of times it's really generic. The guys that, hey, it's family, faith, football, or I would stay away from those. Find something extremely unique that pertains directly to what you're doing as a coach, your position, and truly something that means something to you so you can say it with profound and resounding confidence, because a lot of times that's what sticks.
So, Coach, I think those are some great tips for a coach when you have that opportunity. Have you ever had that moment where you had to be ready with that, and did it make a difference for you?
I have. So funny enough, I've been with Coach Mason, my head coach now, since being a player. But as we've traveled from different places, he's always had the tendency to kind of call you out when you're least expecting it. So at one point we were in a convention setting and I'm not expecting to be called on, and he goes, "Yeah, Bryce, stand up and give your elevator pitch." And so I had the opportunity to do it. And the first time I did it, I stumbled through it, didn't really have it together. And I think that was a really big turning point for me, where it's like, man, I got to be ready. And it wasn't a crucial point, which was good, because then I could go back, kind of fine tune and hone in on exactly what I want it to be, how I see it. And now it's pretty quick and easily articulated, where if someone asks like, hey, what's your philosophy? And I want to be first a cultivator of men. I want to make professionals. And at the end, I want to always make sure that I impacted you more as a man than as a player. So when you say that to a kid as well as a coach, for me, it's something I believe, so I'm able to say it with confidence, and I believe that it's helped me in interviews in the past couple of circuits.
So in general, what would be that one thing you recommend that every coach has ready that they're able to speak about?
Yeah, I think it's whatever your strength is, right? So if you're a defensive backs coach, what's going to give an elite percentage? Like, hey, every secondary I've coached has been in 90th percentile in coverage, or giving something about you that sets you apart, right? If it's special teams, talk about how each phase or your 4 phases have been elite in a certain section or certain phase. Like I said, the part where I think we get lost as coaches sometimes is giving the the generic overview and not something specific that pertains to what you're doing and what your true strengths are. So if you can, I'd say add a strength.
So it's not always easy. Like you said, you got put in on the spot by Coach Mason, and obviously that prepared you for it. It's also about being confident. What tips do you have for a coach to be able to deliver this in a way that's both natural but also seems confident without being cocky?
Right. I think it has to be something that you believe in, right? I think we're most comfortable speaking on things that we truly believe. So if you're not a charismatic coach, I wouldn't go in saying like, hey, I'm going to bring the energy. Because you can see through that. Be exactly who you are, and whatever those natural strengths are that you believe you have, speak to them. And I would also say practice them. Like it sounds funny, but talk through it, right? If you have an interview coming up, or if you know you're going to a convention a couple weeks prior to it, figure out what that is and speak through it and articulate it. So then when you do have the opportunity to speak on it, it's clear, it's confident, it's concise. But I think the biggest thing is just speaking on something you truly believe.
Coach, those are some really good tips and insight into how to approach something like this. It's not always the most comfortable thing to do, but it certainly is a necessity if you want to get your name out there and have that introduction to a coach. So I appreciate you sharing those with our listeners today, and wish you and the Raiders the best of luck here in 2025.
I appreciate that, Keith. Thank you.
You never know when your next opportunity will come, but you can always be ready for it. Sharpen your elevator pitch and make sure your professional profile is just as sharp. Upload your resume and build your coaching profile today at Coach Portal so the right people can find you when it counts. Go to coach-portal.com, enter the code CCPODCAST, and make your next move.